Hi sewing friends, welcome to my sewing room. My name is Beth, and if you're new, welcome. The grandkids were here recently visiting, and my dollhouse here got some activity. I had a couple of dolls in here, but the grandchildren added a couple of non-traditional type dollhouse dolls with these Playmobil people, and everything is really neat and tidy. Believe it or not, someone came in here to the kitchen and did all the dishes. There was a big pile of dishes under that sink, and things were actually very tidy, and some of the dolls were under blankets and rugs and sheets. So I noticed that I might need a couple more quilts in my dollhouse so that there would be enough quilts for all of the dolls. Two of the dolls are in the bed with one of the quilts I've made, and this little Playmobil guy is under the sheet. So I'm going to make another quilt to have on hand here in the dollhouse. I'm going to be using some scraps, and I'll be cutting these pretty pieces into 1-inch strips. My scraps are between 8 and 10 inches long, and I'm just cutting them into 1-inch strips, and then I'll be sewing them together, and I'll be cutting 6 strips. I pressed my strip set here, and I made sure that all of the seams are going in the same direction, so that when I cut this into little 1-inch chunks, I'll be flipping the chunks, and the seams will be going in opposite directions so that they will nest together really nicely. As I cut my little 1-inch strips, I made sure that each set of squares are going opposite directions each row, so that it's just a really simple patchwork quilt, and I cut 6 of these little patchwork strips. Now all I need to do is sew them together, and since I pressed one direction when I put these 2 pieces together, the seams should be going in opposite directions, so I really won't need to pin much. I just need to make sure that those seams are nesting really well, and I'll go nice and slow, and I'll try to get these little pieces together and get those seams to line up. Isn't this a beautiful little piece of patchwork? So pretty. I love all those colors. So I'm going to get a backing for my little quilt. I will not be using batting, not for a dollhouse. It's just too tiny. And I think adding batting makes it too bulky, and the dolls do not know the difference. So we're going to put right sides together, and I'm going to sew all the way around and leave an opening to turn this right side out. I'm going to press my little quilt, and I'm going to press that opening. I'll press the raw edges in, and then I'm going to take it to my little sewing table here, and I'm going to hand stitch that opening closed. That my new quilt is ready, I can cover some more of the little dolls that have been added to the dollhouse. And as time goes along, I'm sure I'll be adding more of these little quilts, so every little person, whether it's a dollhouse person or a Playmobil little man, everybody will have a quilt. This was a fun little project, and I am ready for the grandkids to come visit again. Thanks for joining me today, and I'll see you next time.